In this video, we're going to talk about canned meats from your local supermarket for your prepper pantry. No, canned meats. No, canned meats. No, canned meats. Canned meats. A lot of people in the prepping world have lots of beans, rice, wheat, oats, all kinds of things that typically go in 5-gallon buckets, Mylar bags, oxygen absorbers. Protein sources sometimes are a little more difficult because they don't store as well, perhaps, or if you get the kind that do, freeze-dried, they're really expensive. But there are options for protein that are available, readily available, and for now, at least in my experience in the last few days, they're still on the shelves. And of course, I'm talking about canned meat from the supermarket. We're going to look at all kinds of protein or meat that's available from your local supermarket. We're going to include things that are in bags, pouches, all those different things. And we'll look at what kind do you get the most protein for your prepper dollars. I'm going to break these down into what I'm calling types or categories. And yes, I'm sure you noticed not everything here is in a can, but it is in a package that you can easily get at your local supermarkets. First, let's talk about things when it comes to your canned meats. Let's talk about the quality. So first layer or level of quality is going to be stuff like these. These two cans are chicken. They're conventionally raised, so you know the story on the conventionally raised livestock. It's also the cheapest to buy. Then from there, you can go up to organic, which is going to cost you more. From there, you can go up to pasture fed and finished, not just pasture fed, but pasture fed and finished. I don't have any examples of that in the cans. I'm not sure that you can get that. I think you can. I may be mistaken. If any of you know if you can get pasture raised and finished meats in the can, please let me know in the comments. I'd like to check those out. And when it comes to the fish, again, you got conventionally raised fish now, just like all the other livestock and animals, and you also have wild caught. I don't think you have organic and pasture raised and so forth with fish. It's just conventionally raised, farm raised, or wild caught. We get wild caught fish here with our salmon, sardines, and so forth. I have no interest in farm raised fish, especially salmon. Bad news. Get the wild caught. So the first type of canned meats, single animal meat, such as this. And let me say, I'm not advocating or advertising any of these particular brands. This is just the stuff that we have. So there's beef. Then you can also get what I still put in this category, roast beef, although this is going to have some liquid and some gravy-like stuff in it. Sardines, salmon, turkey, some more fish, mackerel. Then the next category is what I call mixtures, and that would be stuff such as this, Vienna sausage. That would also include stuff like Spam. There's no animal out there that you can get a cut of Spam from. This is a ground up sausage, dyes, hamburgerized type of meat product. Things like this. Obviously this isn't in a can, but it's a beef, ground up beef product, but it's not hamburger. You also can get things like this, chicken salad, chicken spread, which you can put on a sandwich, such things, you know. Make bread in your Dutch oven, slice it up, put this on it. Would you guys like to see that in a video? Making bread with the Dutch oven, making chicken salad sandwiches. Let me know what you think about that. And here is chicken salad. So what is the most nutritious kind of meat to have in your prepper pantry? Well, in my thinking, it's fish, wild caught fish. So I wanted to show you some examples of that separate from all the other things that we looked at. And our favorite here is salmon. But we also get sardines. This is my favorite kind of sardine. Also herring fillets, tuna, and of course tuna comes in a variety of types. This one again was yellowfin. This one is albacore. Also not packaged in cans, but still available at your supermarket, are the jerky sausage kinds of things, such as these. Again, I'm not advertising for this brand, it's just the one that we happen to have, or one that we happen to have. Beef sticks type things. These kinds of things also. These are little sausages, beef sausages. Also your old-fashioned beef jerkies, all different kinds of flavors. And it doesn't have to be beef jerky. Any kind of meat out there, for the most part, is available as a jerky. There are also single serving packages of various kinds of meats. Almost any kind of meat you can have in a can, you can get in one of these. But just for example, there's some wild caught pink salmon, wild caught tuna, premium white chicken. Now these would be good for part of a meal if you're having a bigger meal. These are also great to put in your car for car preps when you might get stranded for a day or two here or there. If you store these in your car and it gets really hot, they're not going to keep for very long. Then there are also available small meals or single serving size things that I would call, for lack of a better way, meat meals or meals with meat. And you've seen these all over the place. They're typically $1 a box at your dollar stores. So these are available. Again, they're good. Just put in your pantry for quick meals and to keep in your car. The last category of things are what I will call meat and meal mixtures. And that would be stuff like, not necessarily a meal, but this would be your chilies, you know, with beans, without beans. These have meat and animal protein and animal fats in them, but it's not just like a can of chicken or a can of turkey or whatever. I mean, you get the point, right? Meat with other stuff. These would be a full meal. Also easy meals to fix. This category also would include things like beanie weenies. It's got a hot dog of some sort in it and beans. You also would have in this category things like corned beef hash. Again, it's got animal protein and animal fat, but other stuff. And then you have along the same thought line, so to speak, but less meat product. You got your things like ravioli, beefaroni, and other similar kind of meat and pasta mixtures. Well, this is typically probably not, if you're looking to add just meat products to your pantry, you won't add these for that purpose, but these are things that you can add to your pantry and have meat in them. Still in the same category would be things like beef stew. A full meal with veggies and so forth in it and meat, but again, it's not a single animal meat product, but it's got animal protein in it. The big question, I know that some of you are wondering, some of you may ask in the comments. I'll go ahead and give you the answer to the question. Of all the things you saw here, including the Spam, if you read the can, you see that's turkey Spam. Most of you know that Spam, Vienna sausage, typically have pork in them, and you didn't see any pork in these products. So why is that? Here at our home, in our faith, we only eat biblically clean animals, and that excludes pork and the shellfish. Now those are very readily available, and if you eat pork and shellfish, you know, it's out there, but I didn't include it in this video for that reason. I'm not telling you to eat those or not eat those. I'm just telling you that here we don't eat those products. Therefore, I didn't buy any, so I don't have any to show you in the video. I will be doing a follow-up video, or part 2 to this video, in which I'll be going to the grocery stores around here, and I will get $10 worth of each of the major meat products that you saw in the video. And from there, then I will give you guys the information in regard to $10 worth of chicken, turkey, roast beef, etc. I'll put that in the next video, so then you can compare what $10 will get you as far as animal protein, animal fats, and so forth. So if you don't want to miss that video, then be sure that you subscribe, hit the notification bell, so that you'll be notified when that video and the other videos that we put out are available. And if you can, hit the thumbs up button as well. Shalom, peace to you and yours, and keep on prepping.